You know a Freddie Calhoun?
Sure, I know Freddie.
Freddie needs money to get out of town. Says he's prepared to blow the whistle on a primo reefer distribution ring. Says he can...
Has he said how much it's going to cost?
$50.
And the department will front me the 50?
You can put in an expense claim. He's over at Mike Lyman's on Hollywood Boulevard. See what you can find out. Get moving, Phelps. Roy's informant is the skittish type. Your partner wants his cash. Tell him to fill out a requisition. Now get on with the case.
$50? Do they think I made a money? Get this. Middle of the afternoon, this crazy woman decides to set fire to the hotel she lives in. The fire brigade come and put it out. Couple hours later, she does it again. Phones up Central and says, I've set fire to my hotel twice today. You'd better come and get me.
Did they send some uniforms around to get her? No, you just look like you're made of money.
No, that's the best part. The desk sergeant, he gets his share of crank calls, says, all right, Lady Nero, why don't you come on down here? An hour later, she shows. Hair still smoking, clothes smoldering, smelling like a brush fire. Oh, very good. The kid's on form. I'd say on a scale of dull to scintillating, you're a solid tedious today, which you can be pleased with.
Do you ever listen to yourself?
I don't have the same voices in my head as you do, Cole.
You hungry or something, Phelps?
Hey, who the fuck is that?
You read that stuff? I wouldn't say it to his face if I was you. That is one hot-tempered son of a bitch.
I hope that big wad of cash doesn't weigh you down.
Get your priorities straight, Phelps. We're close to bringing in one of the biggest dope cases of the year, and you're worrying about unsubstantial evidence?
There's a little sneak. That's him in the back, Cole. Freddie, you're looking good.
You're gonna help me, right?
That's what I'm here for.
You got the money?
The 20? Sure, right here.
20? I said...
You want the money or the alternative?
Tell us about the reefer, Freddie.
Who's he?
Another good Samaritan. Answer the question.
Grass comes from Tijuana. They bring in 50 pounds a week.
50 pounds? Are you hallucinating, Freddie?
Get stashed at a house at 1452 North Las Palmas.
Names, Freddie.
Now, do I get my money? The guy at the house is a spick that goes by the name Juan Garcia Cruz. But be careful. He likes guns.
Do me a favor, Freddie. Spend the money on a bus ticket. You can't last forever on a snitch jacket.
Thanks for the 20. I'm out of here. I got a couple of things that I gotta go do. I told you what I know.
If you don't mind, you boys standing around looking mean is affecting my business. I'm sorry, officer, but there ain't nothing going on in there that is worth telling you about, all right? Gee.
You believe his story?
Sure. A hophead like Freddie would raffle his sister for his next score. If I know Freddie, he'll cut and run if there's even a hint of trouble. We should get there quick. Back to Mike Lyman's. Freddie's holding out on us. Take a seat with Freddie, Cole. I'll do all the talking.
Call for help. I'll try and find a way in.
11K calling KGPL. Officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Shots fired and officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Shots fired. Units to handle identify code 3.
You're mine, asshole.
You guys don't half leave a mess. What happened?
Dope peddler, Juan Cruz. You open fire and, well, the rest of the story tells itself. Is this a drug or a village in Borneo? Doesn't appear to be in Spanish. Juan Garcia Cruz. This is his address, but this place looks like a front. A silver dollar. I thought they took these things out of circulation.
Doesn't anyone eat regular meals anymore? Junkies feeding on popcorn and grasshoppers living on soup.
Maybe these are the guys keeping Juan so well stocked with soup.
Detectives, you'll want to come meet Mr. Fickman, the neighbor. Sounds like he's got something for you.
Detectives Phelps and Earl, we were told you...
Always knew they were up to no good. Son of a bitch spent more time in the chicken coop than in his house.
Thank you, sir. That's very helpful. And next time you witness suspect behavior through the crack in your curtains, please call us before something like this happens.
All I know is the man was a poor neighbor. That's all I gotta say. I keep an eye on the neighborhood. I gotta run along now.
Suspect is down, in the house. Set up a perimeter and get tech services and the coroner down here.
Yes, sir.
Ha! Phelps, you jump like a girl.
This one is fixed to the... Now we're getting somewhere.
More soup? Who in the hell keeps a secret stash of soup? I'd say that's pretty good value for 12 cents.
Factory sealed. Someone at the cannery has a lot of explaining to do.
With Juan dead, we need a new suspect, Cole. Is there a pattern to the deliveries?
This guy EJ seems to be bringing in most of the serious weight. The dates and times seem pretty regular. We should notify the border crossing.
Those fuckers are probably in on it. Let's wait and see how this plays out.
I need an address on a Parnell Soup Company, a head office or factory in the Los Angeles area.
Just a second, Detective. Only one address listed, 6310 Fountain Avenue.
Carruthers says the morphine is still turning up.
Makes sense. We have no idea how much of the stuff Lenny shifted. There's been no comeback from Cohen as yet.
Maybe Confidential Magazine is right, and Bugsy is on the slide.
Let's go visit this Cruz character. 50 pounds of dope. Crazy. We missed something at the Cruz place. Let's go back. All right then. Let's go say hello. We could see what the neighbors have to say about Cruz. Sounds like we need to check out the chicken coop. Maybe we should search Juan before they cart his body off. See what made him so trigger happy. Check out the little black book. There's got to be something in there of value. Grab a phone or a game well and find out where this Parnell's place is. You should take a look at the ledger. See where all this soup is going. Right. Let's see if we can find out who's been over-seasoning the soup in this place.
LAPD. Who owns this factory, ma'am?
Mr. Parnell. Howard Parnell. I'll let him know you're here. Please, take a seat.
If you don't mind, we'll come with you.
If you must. I'm sorry, I'm just the receptionist here. I can't help you. I hope things work out. I need the job, but they tell me nothing.
You just wanted to follow her, didn't you? You sly dog. I must apologize for my partner's roving eye. He hates saying goodbye, but he loves watching them leave.
Give it a rest, Roy.
If you could show these men in to see Mr. Parnell, Doris. They're from the LAPD.
Follow me, gentlemen.
What is going on?
LAPD, sit tight, fatso. You could be in very serious trouble.
There's no reason to be rude. Take a seat, gentlemen. I'm sure we can sort this all out.
Maybe you can explain why we found $5 bags of marijuana in sealed Parnell soup cans.
That's an outrageous allegation.
How do you explain it, Chubby? We found at least 30 cans, all sealed up tight with your label on them.
Can I get a list of your employees?
Of course. We have nothing to hide. Doris, Can you bring me in the current employee listing?
Here it is, Mr. Parnell.
On the desk, please.
Any name on that list that rings a bell?
This is familiar. 1452 North Las Palmas. A Jorge Garcia Cruz. Ever heard of Juan Garcia Cruz?
Not that I know of.
He has a brother employed here. You know him?
We employ large numbers of Mexicans. I'm not familiar with them all.
You're not the type of boss who talks to his workers?
I am, but a lot of them don't have much English.
That's funny, Parnell. He has the same address as his brother Juan, who we shot dead less than an hour ago. You better give me something.
Look, I'm not involved in this. I'm getting enough grief from Washington. There's an investigation going on into profiteering, like a guy shouldn't be able to turn a buck while the war is on.
I'm sure thousands of dead Marines sleep soundly knowing that you did okay. Tell us the truth, Parnell. You and Cruz are moving dope from Mexico and packaging it up here.
I am telling the truth. You don't have one scrap of evidence that says I'm behind this. I don't need any more federal intervention in my business. So stop making accusations and let's work out what's going on here.
Tell us about Jorge Garcia Cruz.
Jorge? I had no idea of his last name. His team does daily maintenance on the conveyor belts and cookers.
So he's here now?
No, maintenance is at night. Night shift finishes around midnight. He would usually come in around 9 p.m. and have everything ready for the morning shift at 6.
You're being made a patsy by a dope ring, Parnell, and you're happy to sit here and let it happen.
You want my help? I said I'd help. You want to call me names? You can go fuck yourself.
You know this fuck and his brother. They're extorting you, and you need to tell the truth.
You're out of your mind if you think a couple of beaners could shake me down. Where is your proof? Keep making outrageous accusations, and you won't get any more help from me.
How are your sales, Mr. Parnell?
Just fine and dandy, son. We're entering a new era of prosperity. I hope you're both big soup eaters.
The dope leads here, Parnell. Your new prosperity won't mean much when the papers hear that this place is a cover-up for a dope operation. Mr. Parnell, do you know what kind of trouble you're in? Come clean with us.
Okay, so things are a little flat. We're deciding whether to lower production. It's taken a while to adjust to not having any military contracts. You know, we sold Uncle Sam 5 million cans of minestrone. Son, that is a scandalous allegation. We fed the Army during the war on products canned here, and we were proud to do so.
You're being economical with the truth, Parnell. You can't keep the business afloat, so you've turned to dope.
Would you like to prove that I'm involved in this scam? I'm a legitimate businessman. I want to get to the bottom of this just as much as you do. You should try being civil and working with me.
The factory sealed cans we found suggest a very professional operation, Mr. Parnell. We're looking for an inside man.
I know nothing about this. I want this stopped as much as you do.
You must suspect someone, Mr. Parnell.
Are you sure it isn't someone who stole some of my labels? That would be pretty easy to do.
Tell me what I want to know, Parnell, or I will have half the LAPD down here tearing this place apart. You're hiding something.
Am I right in thinking you would not want to pursue misdemeanors outside your drug case?
Depending on what you call a misdemeanor, we might be prepared to turn a blind eye.
The truth is, I employ a lot of illegals. No one wants to do menial work anymore. Most of my factory staff are wetbacks. The local blacks and Chicanos all want jobs in aircraft factories.
Presumably because the pay is a lot better. Quit lying, Parnell. How could the cans be coming off the line sealed without your knowledge? You're the kingpin here.
You want to make an accusation like that, son, you better have some goddamn proof. When I work out who's behind this, I'm going to throw them out on their ass, and then I'm going to throw you out alongside them.
We'd like to take a look around the factory floor, Mr. Parnell.
I hope we won't have to shut down the line.
No, nothing like that.
Thank you. I'm grateful for that. I'll show you around myself.
Show us to the factory floor.
Now, hold on a second. You expect to storm in here, throw around a bunch of accusations, and then get a guided tour.
Bingo. Let's go, fat boy. I hate seeing how things are made. This is going to be like that time I went to the slaughterhouse and couldn't eat steak for a week.
I get off around 6 if you're interested. but there's really nothing more I can help you with now. You seem like a nice boy, Detective, but if you have any more questions, you really should direct them toward Mr. Parnell.
This is where the produce comes in. We peel and sort all of the vegetables and add them to the line in regular quantities.
Fascinating.
This is the hopper, which boils and purees the vegetables. The other hopper is for the pasta. This way, please.
You're loving this, aren't you, Phelps?
Why don't you keep quiet? You might learn something.
Oh, good God. This really is turning into some nightmare school trip flashback.
The soup is ladled automatically into cans. Next stage is labeling.
I'd like to see the packing and dispatch area, if you don't mind.
Sure. It's over here. Follow me. This is one of our dispatchers. Sergio, right?
Yes, sir.
These men are from the LAPD. What were you expecting?
I'll have to come back at night to find out.
Sergio here records our outgoing deliveries. They all go in the book. Just there on the desk.
We should take a look at the delivery book. We're looking for repeat business in large amounts, Cole.
What's going on, Parnell? There's enough soup going to this place every day to feed a company of Marines.
What are you talking about? We're a proud company, Detective. If something's going on, I want it stopped. We're a family company using family recipes. We don't know anything about dope rings. I need you to stop this from ruining the company's reputation. Detective, the pot is on the boil. How about getting on with things? Don't run off, Detective. I'm counting on you to straighten this out. I tried to help, but every word I say gets twisted. I'm going to talk to my lawyer, kid. You can work this one out on your own.
I'd like a private word with your dispatcher, if you don't mind.
Sure, go right ahead. I'll be over here when you need me.
Can I have a look at that coin?
Sure, why not?
Silver dollar, right?
Yeah, that's right.
The markings on it say it's been taken out of circulation.
Maybe. I'm not trying to buy anything with it. I like it. Brings me luck.
What do you know about the 20th century market?
Nada. I get the orders from upstairs. I send the goods where I'm told.
And you don't know Juan Garcia Cruz?
No, not me.
We just want to talk to Juan, Sergio. You sure you couldn't tell us where we could find him?
Sorry. I never heard of the man.
Juan Garcia Cruz is dead, lunkhead. His brother works here nights. What can you tell us, Sergio?
I'm just a dispatcher. Juan was crazy. Puto loved guns.
You're a liar, Sergio. You're in it, and I'm going to break you for it.
You're loco, Placa. I got nothing to do with Juan Garcia.
We found a matching silver dollar on Juan Garcia. What are the odds of that, Sergio?
Juan and Jorge are brothers. They're cousins. They work for some evil gabacho. The guy is an aberration. He gives out the silver dollars. Jorge gets me a list of deliveries every morning. 20th Century is always on there.
You keep your mouth shut for today and I don't take you in. Do we have a deal?
Do I have a choice?
Is that a serious question?
I already told you I don't know him. You should listen harder when people speak, mister.
Do you have access to the canning area?
I do. But I keep to my station. Loading and unloading. Don't care much for soup.
Sergio, we know the dope gets canned here. We know it happens at night.
And you know I work days. And what goes on at night, I don't want to know about.
Sergio, if you don't give me something, I'm going to go to Immigration Services and have you deported.
They get a shipment once every 2 weeks. Ernesto does the driving. I don't know his full name. It gets delivered here at night. Jorge gets it canned up. From here, it gets sent all over the country.
Stop lying to me. I think you are muling the dope across the border.
I'm a simple working guy caught up in the middle of all this. You're crazy if you think you can prove I drive the truck for these guys. I want a deal. I'll help you out if you promise to keep my name out of it. Otherwise, you get nothing more from me.
That's it for now, Sergio. If we need to speak to you again, we'll put in a call to Mr. Parnell.
If you have to, I guess. Sorry, mister. I can't hear a word you're saying. I don't think I can help you, mister. As long as Mr. Parnell says we can stand around here doing nothing, then it's okay with me. You're pretty hard to please, Placa. I think you should leave me alone now.
We will be in touch, Mr. Parnell. It is imperative that things appear as normal here. Keep an eye on Sergio in case he gets tempted to blow the whistle.
Thanks. I'll do that. You're going to overlook my little immigration problem, aren't you?
Cheer up, Fatso. We're going to let you go on squeezing these poor saps a little while longer. Well, until some commie union types infiltrate this place. I am glad to be out of that place. I never knew fresh vegetables could smell so bad.
Either these customers are serious soup lovers, or I think we found our middleman.
How many years have you been in Vice, Roy?
More years than I want to own up to, Phelps.
You have any idea who Rojas was talking about?
The gringo runs the operation? Could be anybody. You don't expect those morons to be running the show, do you? If you asked Rojas how much a silver dollar was worth, he'd probably say 50 cents. The soup factory. Where else? It all comes down to Parnell's soup, Cole. We should be back there. Someone's got to be able to tell us who's in charge. Talk to Parnell himself. We'll be able to tell whether he's covering or whether he's just a patsy. Let's take his nickel tour and have our own look around. Take a look at Fatty's paperwork. See what his company's been up to. Talk to the dispatcher. Even if Parnell is the fall guy, it's these guys who handle the goods. Sit tight. Let's take a look at what's going on. Car 11 King to KGPL.
Car 11 King, go ahead.
I'm requesting assistance in a B-Wagon at 20th Century Markets, 1558 North Highland. Numerous narcotic suspects. Code 2 only, no sirens.
11K, roger.
Okay. The cavalry should be here any minute.
LAPD, nobody move!
I'll take my chances.
Whatever you're carrying, hand it over. I'd say he's got about half a can left. I guess that makes me a pessimist.
You can't take me in.
Take you in? Be glad he didn't shoot you. I wouldn't have chased you. If it was up to me, you'd be talking out of a hole in the back of your head.
I want information.
Señor, I would like to help you, but I got a family in Mexico I have to provide for, and my compadres are very unreasonable.
Your compadres? Turn out your pockets. I need Ray to run down these silver dollars.
I need to make a deal. I need guarantees.
You have identification? Sanchez Erto, Mexican, Tijuana address. Here's the deal, Erto. You give me information, and I won't give you to immigration. Tell me about the soup cans.
The soup is very popular, as you can see.
Erto, you can skate on this. We're not interested in a flunky running a farmer's market. We want the people running the operation.
You seem okay, but you can never trust a gringo who wants something.
It's real funny, wise guy. You want to try saying that again with no teeth?
I get a delivery at 7:30 every other day from the factory. Jorge organizes everything.
I think you're the connection on the Mexican side. I think you're more than you like to make out.
So now I'm the big man in this? I have big dreams. I want to make enough to bring my family over. Don't stand in my way, policeman.
We know about Jorge and Juan. Juan is dead. Tell us how you know the Cruz boys.
Ernesto put together this thing. He brought in Juan, Juan brought in Jorge.
Continue.
I was already here. Ernesto knows I'm illegal, so he threatened to report me if I didn't help. And the money is good. The gringos and the gringas, they love the reefer. And I didn't want to have to leave and start again in San Francisco.
You're breaking my heart.
I don't give a fuck about your Mex buddies or their leader, Ernesto. Tell me about the white man with the silver dollars.
You're plumb loco, Jefito, if you think I'm going to talk about him. That man is cursed. I want nothing to do with him.
I think you're related to the Cruz boys, and that's how this thing got off the ground.
There is no way you can prove that, officer. Do you have our birth certificates? Juan and Jorge are from Matamoros. Ernesto and I are from Tijuana, but we aren't related.
Give me EJ, the driver bringing in the shipments, or I'll make you for it.
I run the shop. That's all I do.
Juan brings it in, Parnell's does the canning, and you sell it. Is that how it works?
Something like that. I do what I'm told.
Start talking, Erto. I want the names of everyone involved.
What difference does it make what I tell you? I'm still going to jail, no?
Tell me the goddamn truth. You are in this with the others.
I told you I know them. I told you my family's at risk. What makes me part of their gang?
You have a silver dollar, Erto, just like Juan. I'm sure Ernesto and the rest have them as well.
The silver dollars are his mark.
Whose? Give me a name.
None of us are allowed to see him. His creatures carry his orders to us. If I gave you his name, I would be buried alongside my wife and children.
If you don't give us something, you will rot in jail while your family starves on the street.
Ernesto Juarez, tonight at 1 a.m. He's bringing the truck into the soup factory. Please help me, sir. Ernesto can be very cruel. I'm not like them. They do not care if others suffer.
You're under arrest, Erto. I'll speak to the DA and see if he will agree to not seize your assets or deport you. That's the best I can do.
You're going to jail, Erto. Our jails may be nicer than what you could expect in Mexico, but I can tie you up in red tape for years. You've got this one chance to cooperate, Erto. Give me your delivery boys, or you'll do every year that we were saving for them.
All right. There's a shipment coming in tonight to the soup factory. Parnell's soup factory, 1 a.m. Ernesto will be there. I did all this for my family. You gringos have no idea of the poverty. The things you throw away could feed a whole family. I have nothing more to say to you. My future is here in California. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Please? May I go, officer? Don't go. I will give you all the help I can.
We should get some backup and stake out the cannery tonight. Let's get down to 20th Century Market and see who's buying soup. We need to get back to the market, Cole. Those kids were buying tea straight off the shelves. Let's get in there and see if they know why trade is so brisk. After him, goddammit! Brace the kid. Find out if he's in this with his compadres.
Freddie said they were moving 50 pounds a week. That's a lot of soup cans.
I think this is an interstate operation. Moving dope around the country to selected grasshoppers. Local weed gets distributed in the usual way, through Pachuco street punks.
Someone must know something about this drug baron character.
Here they come. Let them unload the goods first.
Now?
Let's get them. All right, move. Move! Let's go! Everyone into position. Okay, gentlemen, we'll take the lead. You cover us. Go in hard. Keep it tight, okay? Go, Phelps! Get in there!
LAPD, put your hands where we can see them!
All clear? I think that's the last of them, Cole.
Detectives, found something here you probably want to see.
Tijuana address. We should see what the federales have on him. $1 per dead man. Doesn't seem like much for a human life.
God damn. I think we found our stash, Cole. Take a look in these boxes.
At the very minimum, another 50 pounds.
Detectives, I think we got the guy. Does the name Cruz mean something to you?
It certainly does. Must be $1,000 here. Yet another silver dollar.
Phelps, Earl, looks like quite a bloodbath. What was this all about?
Drugs and money. What else? Speaking of money, where did that roll go?
I picked it up for safekeeping. The department owes me 50.
Ray, I have another 2 coins for you.
Great. I've got something to show you. It's all set up on the table over here. There. Take a look at these coins you've been collecting.
There are letters cut into each coin, along with not legal tender. What does it mean?
Those are Morgan silver dollars from the 20s. They were removed from circulation and sent for disposal. A number of smelters around the country had the contract. Look at them together. Can you work out what it says?
The first coin, MAS. The second, ANG. The third, KAY. The fourth, MET. The fifth, ALS. Masanke Metals.
A metal foundry. Would you like the address?
Would I ever?
1034 Vine Street, Hollywood. We'll finish up here. It's already been a long night, Phelps. See if you can talk them into giving themselves up.
Phelps, you have an address. Get on with the case. Let me check out the bodies. I'll call if one contains something more interesting than bullets. You need to find the foundry.
Quite a coin collection you've gathered, Phelps. Let me look after the evidence. You get on with the case. You've done the detecting. Now go out and arrest the bad guys.
Back to Parnell's, Cole. Let's see who shows. We've got a date with these dope pushers tonight, Cole. Back to the factory. Time to bust these guys up. Let's go. All clear. Look around. Give the bodies a once-over while you're at it. Ray wants you to follow him and play with his magnifying glass. Go see what he's got.
Yep, that'll work. You okay?
I'll tell you when I see what's waiting for us at the top. Masange, Cole. That's where the bad guys are. Let's go. Let's get back to the warehouse and finish this. So how do we get in? Check around the back.
Working vice can be a thankless task, Phelps. But on behalf of the brass and the moms and dads and the concerned citizens, I'd like to commend you and your partner for smashing this dope ring. Reefer is almost as big a threat to the children of this city as communism.
What about Sanders, Lieutenant?
Leave Sanders to me, Phelps. The chief will be looking after that one personally.
He will be brought to trial.
Phelps, we are celebrating your success. Don't push your luck. Sanders is no longer your problem. The Reefer Soup Fiasco. That's what they're calling this FUBAR case that you brought me. All the beaners are going to skate. Reefer-crazed Mexicans carrying enough ordnance to outfit an airborne company in my goddamn jurisdiction, and they all walk.
What about Sanders?
Victor Sanders? Are you kidding? If Sanders started naming names, the dailies would have to run special editions for a week. Put a stack of convictions on my desk by 9 a.m. Monday morning, or you can start clearing out your desk. Dismissed!
Locked. We need another way in.
Cover the back door, Roy.
LAPD, hands up!
Victor Sanders. I should have known.
You know this guy?
Of course I know Roy. Roy and I have had an arrangement for many years.
Get up. You're under arrest.
Am I? This should be interesting.
We have a mountain of prima facie evidence, as well as the testimony.
You'd be surprised how things have a habit of sorting themselves out. Evidence disappearing. Witnesses that can't be found. Policemen that forget. The impossible becomes probable when you have a client list like mine.
Shut your mouth. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.